Hello, good day. Welcome to our discussion about linear equations into variables, a lesson in MS 102, Quantitative Methods. And here is Mr. Michael M. Flores, your teacher for today. Okay, so welcome to our discussion about linear equations into variables. So previously in our previous video, we've discussed how to solve a linear equation in one variable. So recalling our discussion before, how do we solve for the value of x? So we solve for the value of x by applying algebraic methods or manipulations, extracting the values, leaving the variables on the left side and a constant on the right side. And how can we check or how can we verify that our solution is correct? So simply applying the checking method, or shall we say substitute or evaluate the original linear equation using the solution that we found. Okay? So for our next lesson, it is linear equations in two variables. So to start with, what do you mean by linear equation in two variables? So when we say a linear equation in two variables is in the form ax plus by equals c, where a, b, and c are constants and a and b are not equal to 0. The solution of linear equation in two variables is the set of all points on a line that satisfies the given equation. This can be done by assigning values for x and solving for the corresponding values, or by finding the intercept. So recalling your previous mathematics, there are different ways on how to solve and how to graph linear equations into variables. The first one is by the use of table of values, wherein you will assign a specific value for x, then solve for y. Having the set of ordered pairs, you can now plot these points on a Cartesian plane. So in our lesson, to make it easier, we'll be using the intercept method, which is very simple compared to the table of values. So for our first example, how can we graph, or we are tasked to solve 5x plus 3y is equals to 15. So when we solve this, we can readily graph this linear equation into variables. So for example, for number 1, okay. So for number 1, we have 5x 5x plus 3y equals 15. Okay? So let x be equal to 0. Then using the same linear equation to variables, we have 5 times 0 plus 3y is equals to 15. And then 5 times 0, that would be 0, leaving 3y is equals to 15. And then dividing both sides by 3, so we could have y is equals to 15 divided by 3 is 5. Therefore, our set of ordered pair, we have 0 and positive 5. So 0 and positive 5, this is our ordered pair. Wherein 0, that would be the value of x, and the value of y is 5. Okay? So that's how simple it is. So the next one, we will let y be equal to 0. Okay? So using the same equation, we have 5x plus 3 times 0 is equals to 15. And then we have 5x plus 3 times 0, that would be 0, is equals to 15. Okay, dividing both sides by 5. Then cancel this, so we will have x is equals to positive 3. So our ordered pair now would be, we have positive 3 and 0. Okay? So positive 3 and 0, this is our ordered pair. Okay? So how can we graph this one? So when we graph these two sets of points, this one and this one, we will create or we will make the Cartesian plane or the rectangular coordinate system. So you may use a ruler and a graphing paper for this. Okay? So creating the x and y values. So this is the y-axis and this is our x-axis. Okay? So we may put some scales here. Okay? Okay? So we have 0 here, the point of intersection or the origin. So if we have 1, we have 2, 3, 4, and 5 positive numbers. Then we have negative numbers here, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, and negative 5. So a little bit of patience in making your Cartesian plane. And reminder, when you create your Cartesian plane, you must use the same interval. So for example, in my Cartesian plane, if you use 1 unit for one line, for x, that would be the same also for the y-axis. So for example, this is positive 1, positive 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. Then below you have negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. So do not forget to put scales or intervals in your Cartesian plane so to avoid loss. Okay? So for now, we may now plot these points. No? So we have 0, positive 5. So the value of x is 0. So from here, and then the value for y is 5. So we have 0, positive 5. It's 1. So this is 0, positive 5. Okay? And then we have 3, 0. So 3, the x value is 3. And y value is 0. So we have 3, 0. 3 and 0. And then connecting this line. Okay. Connecting this line. So we have this line. We have arrows on both ends. And then this line. This line now would be our graph for 5x plus 3y is equals to 50. Okay? So that's how simple we can graph our linear equation into our variables. So reviewing, first, solve for the set of points using the intercept method. Let x be 0 to find y. So you'll have one order pair. Let y be equal to 0. We have the other order pair. Then create the Cartesian plane like this. X and y axis. Then don't forget to label your graph. So this is one of the important things we have to consider. Okay? So thank you for watching. Then we'll proceed later with our next example.